just everything's stuffed at the moment. Whoops. Well, hello, Bob Dendry here, and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. This week, well, it's going to be a challenge. So last week we had massive problems with money, and there were a lot of sort of things we probably should have done earlier to improve the network and increase capacity, but we didn't. So we're left in a bit of a perilous position. So this week is going to be all about restructuring and rationalizing the network. We need to get the most out of what we've got. That might include removing some services, doubling down on what's doing well. And funnily enough, this is what a lot of the railways around the world did in the 70s and into the 80s was, cutting quite aggressively costs, for better or worse, I guess, and really restructuring their operations. So let's get started. The first thing I want to do before we go any further actually is to do something about this bridge. I don't know really what else to say there. I saw someone on YouTube got a bit of a laugh out of this bridge as well as the level crossing that preceded it, so I'm glad that someone got some fun out of it, but it needs to go really. So we're going to have a think about how we actually can structure this bridge so that it actually works. And my thoughts are that we take it as more of a sort of a U-shaped bridge. So we've got a bit more time to get up. We'll be crossing the rail when it's at more of a even level compared to where it is here. So let's get this bridge replaced. Okay, it's still not great, but it's a hell of a lot better than it was with that terrible, weird thing. So that's good. That's a first little step we've taken there. Now, second thing I want to look at doing here is something I discussed briefly during the last video, is that we now have trains that saturate the speed limit of this standard track here. So essentially we're wasting power in these trains. So my understanding is that the speed limit on these standard tracks is 120, and on these high speed tracks, well, it's above however much that is. And it's going to get a little bit strange, a little bit weird, having this track crossing across here, which may potentially want to connect both to our high-speed rail and to what will be our normal rail. So what I'm thinking we could potentially look at doing here is what's called the flying junction, where we raise or lower the tracks so that our single track coming across here can actually cross the tracks without impeding the flow of traffic. I've not workshopped this or anything like that. I hope this works in the game. If it doesn't, well, so be it. But we're going to try and do it. It's going to require a lot of construction. So I'm going to pause the game while I get it in progress. And hopefully it works. And if it doesn't, well, you've just watched something fun. So what I'm going to do here to start with, I'm just going to lay some short stubs of track. So the speed limit there is 300. Now, you're going to find this probably a bit weird what I'm doing right now, but there is a method to my madness, I promise. So what I'm laying here is we have our two main, what will be our main tracks here, these high-speed tracks. In the middle is our track that has come through the flying junction from our branch over here. So what, and I'm hoping this works, I'm literally just flying by the seat of my pants right now. I'm hoping what we can do is lift up these two tracks, bridge them, and have this middle track run underneath the bridge. So oops, didn't mean to do that. Fingers crossed. Okay, so we can bridge. Ooh, there's not a lot of room though, is there? And I can't force that down actually. It won't let me change it. Okay, that is fine. As easy way to fix that, I think, is just to slightly space out these tracks. So just have them split off just a little tiny bit. We'll want to have this one going up. Oh, whoops, I switched, my bad. And then if we can have this one not joining up and going down. I'm literally just making this up, so if you're screaming at your screen right now, I do apologize. I really do. But hey, I thought this would be fun, so it's what we're doing. Okay, that can probably straighten up now, actually. And we just need to get that to bridge, which it doesn't want to do. Oops. Okay. It's bridging now. Will you run underneath? You will. Excellent. Now let's adjust that just a little bit. Okay. For this track, we want exactly the same. We want it to be going up. Have it bridging. And then back down again. Hopefully it's not going back down. Oh no. Okay. No, that's all right, actually. That's fine. What we'll do instead is terraform. I'm really hoping this works. Because otherwise it might be a bit of a waste of money and time. Oops, actually no. I just want to get the remainder of the underneath bit thing up first before we go any further. You want to bridge. You won't bridge. Why is that? What is the go with that? Ooh. Why aren't you bridging? You need to bridge. What is this? All right. Let's pretend this didn't happen. We may need to just pop that down just a little tiny bit. Okay. Okay. Do we potentially not need to be still going up? Let's see. I want to test that. Yeah, so you can lay down. And can I just run this straight? Can I do that? And will it still go under? Well, all we can do is give it a go, really, right? No, it won't. Actually, won't do that. Whoops. Well, actually, on this side it will. It needs to come in at a much more aggressive angle than that, otherwise it won't work. Yeah, much more aggressive angle. We need to be coming more like almost so straight at it like that. Does that work? Does work, but it's still not ideal. I think we need a longer bridge section, if I'm honest. I'm just trying a few things here. That's nice. That is quite nice. Probably would be nicer if we could have like a retaining wall here or something like that, but it's still all right. So we're going to continue popping these down a little bit so we can hopefully get more bridging happening. Bridging goodness. That's not bridging goodness at all. That is unbridging goodness. Are you not as high? Maybe. Let's try that again. Oops. Yes. Yes. Push this down a wee bit again. Yes. No. Yes. Oh, just too much curvature. I think we're actually... Yep, nice, nice. And now we just need to get this guy down here. No, he needs to start going down much earlier. Oops, stuffed it. Yes? Oh no, it's a bit low actually. That's okay, we can fix that. Wonder if we pull this track out a little bit further, if it's got more time to join up, if it'll work. Oh. Yes. Nice. That is awesome. It's only taken me 20 minutes, but yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, and now what we're going to do, final track, doesn't need to lift up actually, because there's nothing that's going to be passing under it. Now I'm hoping this makes sense to everyone, because it is definitely a bit wild. What do you mean construction not possible? Let's go with that then. Well, it was possible there, so... Oh, look at this. That is absolutely beautiful. Okay, so what we do now, and this is the real kicker that I hope this works, is we're going to do that and do that and that and that. Okay, so this is a legit flying junction. It's probably not the prettiest, but you'll see that we have our high speed on the left side of frame here, and we have our locals or suburban or whatever you want to call it on the right side. Now, if we have traffic coming over from our this line here, or coming from the depot or whatever, it can get onto whatever track it wants to use. For example, if it wants to get onto our slow tracks, it can get over to them without at all interfering with the operation of our high-speed tracks, which is fantastic. So I'm hoping now I can get these back down to ground, so they can get into Huddersfield Central, which may be, bigger challenge than not. But yeah, and you can see the terrain's not fantastic, is it? Yeah, so that's interesting. So he must have been originally coming down at quite an angle. to get that to work. But that's all right. I'm just going to probably just shut up for a bit and really just focus on getting this to work. So next time you hear from me, hopefully this will be done. And that looks all right, to be honest. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but I think it looks good. I'm just going to quickly feather out the terrain here a little bit, just so it's not quite as stark a sort of change coming down that grade, but I think it's all right. I think it's good. Okay, now there's going to be a little bit of crossover here because we do have some trains on the wrong tracks at the moment. For example, we have our one of our express trains on the slow tracks. So there's going to be a tiny bit of crossover here while we get that organized as we autosave. But I think this is going to work out quite nicely. So I'm going to pretty much delete this stuff for the moment. I'm not going to upgrade further down the line quite yet. I'm just going to focus on getting this worked out and these trains flowing again, so we've got a source of cash, and then from there we can work on sort of further improvements. I wish there was like, for those out there that play City Skylines, I wish there was like a no controller mod. There actually may well be, to be honest. I've not even looked into mods for this game at this point that would just allow you to sort of tidy up these bits a little bit. Maybe that's something I'll have a look at after I finish recording here. All right. I think we will have a flat junction here. I'm just considering if it's worth that. Actually, what? I don't know if it'll work, but we'll see. If we could run a... No, it's not going to work. At the moment, I'm just considering how we can get this train that's stuck over here moved over. Yeah, okay. We'll run a junction specifically for that train to get it back on the right tracks, and then we can delete it once it's finished. So that should fix it? No. Actually, never mind, because we need to completely redo our tracks. Just everything's stuffed at the moment. Whoops. What's our problem now? What? Oh, okay. Yes, that is actually a problem. So our fuel train does need to pass through Huddersfield Central and get onto our fast tracks. That is a problem. I'm just trying to work out how we'll make that work. obviously we'd probably be looking to utilize this this junction, right? Just wondering how we do that though. Might just get this train over the top, and then we can stop and have a think about it. Potentially we might need to extend our bridge a little bit further. That will and allow a crossover in this direction. I wonder if that'll even work. I don't know if it will. Too much curvature. Look at that. I'm as surprised as you are. But still, yeah. Actually, no, that's simple. We can fix that. We just need to take this track a little bit wider, and that is okay. Okay, that is pretty damn ugly, but it works, so I'm not going to question it. I just want to change these over to one-way signals so we don't have any weird stuff happening. Okay. So that's it. That's the flying junction done. I know it's ugly. I know it really is ugly. But I'm pretty proud of that. I think that's a good sort of, I don't know, addition to the network. And that's taken me almost an hour to do, so it better damn be a good addition to the network. Well, I think we'll leave it there for this week. So it's been an unusual episode. We've only been playing for like 6 months in game, but we've done a lot of work on that flying junction for Huddersfield. So a bit different. We'll be back with the more sort of standard format for next week. If you've enjoyed this video, please make sure you give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you get a ding to your device the next time I post a video. I've also got my social media links in the description. Please like, subscribe, follow on all of those social media. It helps me out a lot. But my name is Bob Dendry. This has been Transport Fever 2, and until the next video, goodbye.